Welcome once again to Nelltown Model Railway. I'm John, and in this video we'll be continuing with the scenery in the countryside area. In this area I am looking to add a signal box which would be in control of movements towards the main station yet to be built and coming from the upper deck onto this lower area due to the fact that obviously trains are going to have to cross the live lines. So there will be a signal box there and I've got to add signals, but that's for the future. The landform, as you can see, is constructed from Celotex, and I am using a 2mm bit of MDF to give me a flat surface to place the signal box. And I should say in the foreground area there's also going to be a working area for ballast storage and some track storage that railway workers can have access to. That little work area will be loosely based on, as I've said before, a small area near Inch in Aberdeenshire where ballast is stored and a few meters of track in case of incident. As you can see, there's quite a lot of use of a very small knife. Health and safety, eat your heart out, in order to get a flat surface to place the MDF, and I used a hot glue gun to attach the MDF to the Celotex. At the beginning of building my model railway, I followed a lot of YouTube channels and used Celotex and chicken wire covered with plaster of Paris cloth and then skimmed with sculpta mould. And I thought this was rather an expensive method of doing this. So about 2.5 years ago, I went to a local building site and asked if they had any offcuts of Celotex, and they provided me with a trailer load for free. I'm then very fortunate in the fact that I have a contact whose company shred their waste exceptionally finely, and so I have been able to get a bag of that from them and also purchased my own plaster of Paris. So in the short term, or even long term now, I only use Celotex and then cover the Celotex with my own sculpta mould. Okay, the sculpta mould is a 50-50 mix of the finely shredded waste paper and plaster of Paris, and then mixed with water to give the consistency that is required. The more water added, the smoother the effect, which I'm not always keen on, and the less water, the faster it heats and goes off. So Up in the loft, now it's getting colder, I have to balance the measurement of water just to make sure that things dry within 24 to 48 hours. Or as I found in the past, it actually goes mouldy, so it's sculpta mouldy. Just like the trademarked material, it's liberally added to the land surface and formed however you like. And again, the more solid the mix, the bigger the gaps it can fill. And then if you actually make it slightly more fluid, it will cover that harder, more solid filler more easily. Leave it for a few minutes, 10 to 15, if that, again, dependent on the mix, and you can feel the heat build up. And then just test it to see how you can smooth it out. I do suggest you use vinyl gloves due to the fact that there could be an allergic reaction with the plaster of Paris. I did in fact run out of 1mm MDF sheets, but after some scavenging in my leftovers drawer, I was able to find sufficient to make another 15, I think it was, fence sections. Once again, I used 1mm MDF for the gate and used the trusted method that I used for the fencing, like having two different planes. So one plane with the bars and then one plane with the cross member, which to me gives a good effect. I was then fortunate enough that my son a few years ago bought me a no trespassing sign. So I've photocopied that, or I should say I've photographed that, and then reduced it in size on Inkscape and added that to the gate. And I've printed out quite a few more to put around the layout in various places. The posts that the gate are attached to are 3mm, I think, dowel, and I've painted those with a rust colour, so they have the effect of a metal that has been primed and just left. Once again, for the scale, I'm very pleased with the effect the gate has on the dirt track roadway leading to the new signal box area and works yard. However, if I make any more gates, I might make them from 0.5 mil MDF and sandwich a 0.01 mil centerpiece with the bars and the cross member, or a combination of the first method and the second method to potentially achieve something slightly thinner. Therefore, due to my purchases of static grass, I did spend a little bit of time doing some static grassing, just checking out a mix that I wanted to try of 2 mil prior to doing longer grass around the fence areas and down towards the tracks on both sides. So there's a little excerpt of that being done. However, the next video will cover the static grassing, or my static grassing technique, and also the making of some more trees, deciduous ones, as I was able to also purchase 2 boxes of seafoam at a fairly good rate. Thank you once again for watching my progress at Nell Town Model Railway, and I'll see you when I make the next video. Please do subscribe, and if you have friends who are interested in the hobby, please ask them to subscribe also, as the more people involved in this hobby, the better it is for all of us. Thank you.